Start it up. Start it up. Got pigeon there. I'm thinking to go to Gilman Barracks. We'll see. Let's see. Gilman Barracks. I think parking is free on Sundays. So let's go. So most of the accessories that I got on the bike came with the previous owner. So he changed out the brake reservoir, added a voltmeter, though I don't think it's really working too well because it always shows 14.5, which is a little too high for what it's supposed to be. The USB, this charger here you see on the right handlebar, the cap is a bit loose, so it just hangs around like that. Every time I try and close it, if I go fast enough, it just falls off. So yeah, but I've ridden this in the rain and whatnot, but everything still works fine. So yeah, I guess you don't need it to be waterproof. I don't know, I just don't turn it on because you have to turn it on by a switch, and then there's actual electricity flowing into it. Other than that, I think it's just there, you know. So other than that, I mounted this this phone stand thing, quad lock, at the tank, because I've heard a lot of stories about people's cameras breaking when they mount it on the handlebar. So in order to avoid the vibrations, I use the tank instead, less vibrations, and so far it's been pretty good. So if I need directions, I just look down a little bit and it's there, you know. So I changed out the mirrors as well, the side mirrors. When I got the bike, it was also clip-ons at the end of the handlebars. Are they called clip-ons or bar end mirrors? I'm not too sure. But yeah, these are a lot bigger than what they came with. Aesthetically, maybe not as nice, but functionally, I think they do the job really well. Only problem is, you know how on a sport bike your mirrors are fixed to the front of the bike? These are fixed to your handlebars, so how much you see depends how much you turn your handlebar. So in certain cases where, you know, you're changing lanes, your handlebars are a bit tilted, so you may not see all of the lane that you're filtering to. So this might cause some issues sometimes, you know, when you are trying to lane filter and your bars are tilted in a certain way and you don't have like the full visibility. So yeah, I'll let him go first. So later when I park my bike, we can take a quick walk around. I don't really remember the names of all the parts, so I apologize in advance, but I'll try my best. So this bike came coming close to its 10-year mark, about 9 years 10 months COE remaining, so really close to its COE renewal date, and it was going for, I would say, a really good price, given that it's a almost 10-year-old bike. It's been in really good condition, really well maintained. It only had like 60,000 kilometers on the odometer, and you know, everything seems pretty good, pretty well maintained. Minimal rust marks. So yeah, I'm gonna turn left here. Sorry I didn't signal earlier, but yeah, it's pretty chill in there, so maybe you can find a nice place to park and I can talk more about my bike. This is the car park I was talking about. So we have some bikes parked there, but not really anyone. So let's go in. Let's find like a nice lot by the corner, and I'll just show you my bike. Yep, this seems like a good lot. Number 5. Let's go. Alright. Have the side stand down. Okay, so this is the bike. It's a Suzuki GSR400. So it was painted white and blue by the previous owner. Let me flip up my visor. Really hot. So yeah. So when I got the bike, everything sort of looked like that already. Only thing I changed out. Okay, let's go from top to bottom. So what I changed out the IU cover to a black, and then I stuck this sticker on just to give it some uniqueness. What else? So in terms of the handlebars, what did I change? I added this helmet lock. Usually I like to just lock my helmet on the bike, so I just use this lock. It's on Shopee. This is the camera remote control. Not sure if you can see it with my phone in the way. Let's put it there. So camera remote for the front and rear camera. So that I bought on Shopee. It's the HP moto vlogging or something, I don't know, but HP branded. So got that installed at the front and rear. This windshield came with the bike. Puig, Puig. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but yeah, this is the quad lock that I was talking about earlier. I got this stem from Taobao. So I added the anti-theft screw. So you need like a special tool to unscrew this. If not, it would just spin freely. Yeah. So I was just afraid people would steal this. But yeah. And then this this mount also from Taobao. So really nice finish and feels very durable. When I got it, I was pleasantly surprised. The fuel cap for the fuel tank when I bought the bike actually had a crack at one of the screws here. So this screw wouldn't screw all the way in because there's no tension, right, because of the crack. So I had to change out the entire fuel top cap. So it came with this side silver thing. It came with the black color locking mechanism. So this whole thing can come out. So I had to take out everything and reinstall the new fuel cap and tank. Not tank, just the fuel cap. So the problem I faced when I installed this was that the key, you know how you use the same key to access your fuel tank? That wasn't the case when I changed it out to the third party one. So it only accepted like this kind of additional spare key. This one's for my helmet lock. But I found a way to just take out the key lock mechanism thingy. So I switched it out and now my bike key works. So that saves me from having 3 keys on this ring, which is great. So what else? The original lights for this is actually not tinted black. This is tinted black, looks nicer. He changed out the brake levers as well, Brembo. I don't know how they compare to the original ones, but I guess it should be better. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But yeah, then moving on to the rear of the bike, you see the Yoshimura exhaust. It's a full
Slip-on.
system, not a clip-on. So this is LTA certified. Very good, very good. The sound is very good as well. The rear tail lights, this is standard. It sort of reminds me of Ant-Man, you know, his eyes. So when I turn on the bike, you can see Maybe it's too bright to see it now in the sun, but it's like red. Reminds me of Ant-Man. And to be honest, I find it quite ugly. I wish there was a way to change it to like just one piece, like normal bikes, like that. But it is what it is. And then this is the rear camera that I got also from Shopee. Comes as a set, front and rear. The tail lights, this is the one that the guy changed. So this is like sequential, like it's like on the hazard lights here. It's a lot nicer than the original ones. The original ones are actually the exact same shape as the ones you get up front. Can you imagine that piece of big chunk of tail light that's just at the back? My god, that is so ugly. If you search Google for like GSR400, you see how the stock tail light looks like. Jesus, that's ugly. This makes it look so much better, but I wish there was a way to remove the rear tail fender. It makes it look very big and fat. Otherwise, you can just look at the fat rear tire by itself. So for this bike, the rear tire, it's a 200 instead of a usual 180. So it makes the bike look pretty fat for a class 2A bike. Yeah, so this is the rear of the bike. Oh yeah, so I have this sticker pasted onto here. Doraemon sticker. I just stuck it here because, main purpose is to cover up the scratches that were here on the back. So I think the previous owner installed some, I don't know, box or whatever bag on the rear seat, and then it caused some scratches here. So the sticker just covers that up. And it's good because it's blue as well, which matches with the bike, although it's not the same shade of blue. But I'm happy with it for now. Don't want to spend too much money on it. So you see a few scratches here and there, so I tried to cover it up with the touch-up pen. I don't know what's that called. But if you see, it's starting to yellow over time, and the scratches and the dents are showing, but I can't really be bothered. So for this rear seat with a pillion sits on it, he or she has to hold this thing at the back. You can't hold the side because that's where your exhaust is. So maybe a little inconvenient. And if you see, there's actually like a dent here in the exhaust, like this portion here. Previous owner dropped it on its side, but everything still works fine, just that you have this dent. I could go get it like knocked out, but I'm too lazy and I have no money. So yeah, moving down, you see some engine guards here. I won't touch it because it's still hot. I got this off AliExpress, extra guard, just so that if it drops, it hits this first. I also have the what is this called? I forgot what is this called, but this rubber thing to protect the bike when it drops. It also has an upgraded horn, which the previous owner installed, so that's really good. Steel braided lines, this blue color one, so all the lines are brake lines are steel braided. Very nice, very nice. He stuck this blue decal on the rim, and yeah, I think added this. I didn't add this. This makes the mechanic's life so much easier. Okay, let's talk about this. What's this called? Bottom shit, I don't know, bottom something. I'm sorry, I don't know the term for it, but this came with the bike as well, from the previous owner. The original one, I think it's only like halfway, so the back half of it. So it's this one is one whole piece. He bought it off WeBike. I checked, it was about $200 Sing dollars before shipping. Pretty good, but if you see, you can see all the rocks that I've collected from the road. So it's a bit dirty, haven't washed it in a bit. But the bike is a 4-cylinder bike, so you see he has the headers polished up pretty alright. I mean, compared to the other sort of cylinders that you would see on like Super 4s, a lot of them are super rusty. This one's like pretty polished up, which I like. Makes it look newer. And yeah, Same thing with the front rim. You have the blue decal. Uh, the horn is like super loud. Maybe I can let you have a listen later. But yeah, another dislike I have of the bike is the front headlights. So the front headlights are really big and just it makes the bike look not as sharp, you know. It's just big and fat. So going on to the controls, let me just start the bike. So you see, this is my trip meter 1. I have to on it first. Later I can show you. But yeah, this is where your trip meter shows. Maybe you can't really see it in all the light. Speed. Sorry, speed here. Not speed, sorry. Rev. Your revs here. Your speed here. Your gear indicator. Neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the left of the end. Engine oil temp here. So this is your high beam, passing light, hazard light, signal lights, and the horn, and engine kill switch, engine start stop. So yep, trip meter, let me show you if you can see. Right now it's at 64,544. Usually I use trip 1 for my petrol, trip 2 for my servicing, and this is just showing the time. So yeah, trip 1. I think there's not much to be said. On off, you can lock the handlebar as well as with other bikes. So maybe we can... Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about the handlebar grips. So this didn't come with the previous owner. Previous owner actually used grip puppies. So I know some people like grip puppies, but to me it just felt very soggy. I mean, just the feel of it. It just looked like a wet sock after it rains, which is really gross. So what I opted for is this handlebar grip. It's actually meant for dirt biking, so it's super grippy. Actually came with like the end of it sealed. So it wasn't meant to fit a bar end mirror on it, but I asked my mechanic to cut off the bar ends, so it just fit nicely on. So let's turn on the bike and give the engine a listen. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice indeed. So if I rev it a bit. Whew. I think it sounds really nice. 4-cylinder Class 2A bike. I think it sounds nicer than the Super 4. Come at me. But yeah, let's off it. I can show you what's beneath the seat. So let me just... Usually I'll leave my gloves just here. Take it out. The key is here. Click it open. This is the rear seat. Comes right off. So what I have below is a USB charger for my phone. This is the cert for my exhaust in case I get stopped. This is a lock that I use to lock my helmet, additional helmet if I need to this handle thingy here. So I just keep it there. And below you see my cash card and SPC card. So I bought a card holder and stuck it right here. So SPC card, petrol card. So I have two, not petrol card, cash card. So I have two cards. One I label as a bike, the other I label as bag. And you can guess where that other card goes. So yeah, usually I just put it here. And this is the unit for the camera. This is the battery. Everything's wired up pretty nicely. So if you see the rear seat, it has these like fabric hooks that you can use to actually attach like a box I have a GV tail box that attaches to those bottom straps. It just like fastens on, you tighten it, and it attaches like a, I think, 12 liter or 13 liter box. That box obviously isn't like super sturdy as like your metal boxes or whatnot, but it's good enough if I ever need a box. Right, so yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I changed out the clutch lever as well. So this one's adjustable. Here, you can bring it closer or further. Usually I have it set to the max. But yeah, that is the bike. I hope you like this review. Maybe I missed out quite a lot of points. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. This is a pretty rare bike in Singapore, I would say. You see a lot of Super 4s in the roads, on the roads. You don't really see much of this. Everyone's saying like, oh, Class 2A, what bike do I get? So few options. Super 4, X Max, I don't know what else. Super 4, X Max, ADV. No one ever really talks about this bike. No one ever really knows what this bike is. So it's pretty big for a Class 2A bike. I mean, just in terms of size and weight. Weight, it was about, I think it's 215 wet or dry. I'm not too sure. But 215 is pretty hefty, a little bit heavier than the Super 4. But honestly, handles nicer than the Super 4. Because I did my 2A at BBDC. They used the Super 4 bike. This one handles nicer, I feel. And the gear changes are a lot smoother. If you didn't notice, the rev meter actually goes all the way up to 13.5 thousand. So that's quite high for a naked bike, I think. That's like sport bike territory. So haven't really pushed this bike to its limits yet, and I want to live, so call me a pussy or whatever. I want to live. Okay. So yeah. I put the key back on. And yeah, that's the bike. Let me know if you have any questions about the bike. Happy to make another video or answer them. Yeah. See you in the next one.